Stand at the edge of a forest and watch what happens. The birds go quiet. Something in the undergrowth freezes. A deer lifts its head, locks onto you, and bolts. Before you've taken a single step, you didn't chase it. You didn't make a sound. You just existed. And that was enough.
Now think about what you actually are. No claws, no fangs. You can't outrun almost anything on four legs. In a straight fight, a leopard, a bear, a wolf would end you in seconds. And yet, the deer runs. The bear avoids your trail. The wolf circles wide around your scent. The entire animal kingdom flinches at the sight of a soft, slow, clawless ape. Why? To understand it, you have to stop thinking of yourself as the underdog of nature, because to every other animal on Earth, you are the monster. Let's start with the fear itself, because scientists have measured it, and the results are staggering. In the hills of California, researchers set up hidden speakers in the wild. They waited for predators, mountain lions, bobcats, badgers, to come out at night. And then they played sounds. Sometimes it was the sound of frogs, harmless background noise. The animals barely reacted. But sometimes it was the sound of a human. Just people, talking, reading poetry. Calm, ordinary voices. And the reaction was total.
Mountain lions abandoned their kills and fled. Badgers stopped hunting entirely. Across the board, the mere sound of a human voice terrified predators more than the sound of any other predator on Earth. Not lions, not wolves, not bears. Us. We have become the most frightening sound in nature. But here's the deeper question. Fear like that doesn't appear overnight. It's carved into an animal over thousands of generations by one thing only: death. An animal is only born afraid of what killed its ancestors, which means every deer that freezes, every bird that scatters, is carrying a memory written in blood that says one thing: the two-legged ones are death. So how did a creature this weak earn that reputation? Go back, long before guns, before spears were even sharp. Picture an early human on the open savanna. Slow, exposed, easy prey, you'd think. Except this creature had something no other predator had. It didn't need to be fast. It just needed to never stop.
We are one of the only animals on the planet built to run for hours without overheating. No fur to trap the heat, millions of sweat glands to cool us on the move. Long legs, springy tendons, a body designed for the long chase. They called it persistence hunting. A human would pick an animal, a gazelle, an antelope, and simply follow it. Not sprint. Walk. Jog. Track it through the heat of the day. The animal would bolt and rest. And just as it caught its breath, the human would appear again. And again. And again. Until the animal could not run anymore. Until it collapsed from a heat its body couldn't escape. Imagine being hunted by something you can always outrun in the moment, but can never lose. A thing that just keeps coming, long after any normal predator would have given up. That is the first nightmare we wrote into the animal mind. Not speed, not strength, relentlessness. But it gets worse, because then we picked up a rock. No other predator can kill from a distance. A lion has to close the gap and risk the horns, the hooves, the fight. But a human learned to reach out across empty space and end a life without ever being touched. A thrown stone, then a spear, then an arrow. Suddenly, the safe distance an animal had relied on for millions of years meant nothing. There was no range at which we were harmless. And then came the thing that sealed it: fire and the pack. We hunted in coordinated groups, communicating, planning, surrounding. We carried a weapon that other animals feared instinctively, the flame that could not be fought. Put it together, and you get a creature unlike anything evolution had ever produced. Slow, but tireless. Weak, but armed. Alone, deadly. In a group, unstoppable.
A recent global study looked at how humans kill compared to other predators. The finding was chilling. We take down adult prey, the strong, breeding animals in their prime, at up to 14 times the rate of any other predator. Real predators mostly take the young, the old, the sick. We kill the strongest. We are, in the cold language of the research, the super predator. There has never been anything like us.
That is the reputation the deer is running from. That is the memory in the bird's wings. But here is the part that should stay with you. That same ancient program is still running. In you. You feel it on the walk home when the streetlights die. That prickle on the back of your neck in an empty parking lot. The certainty that something is watching from the dark tree line. Because for most of our history, we weren't only the hunter. We were also the hunted. Dragged from the fire by the things with claws and fangs. So you carry both. The predator that the whole world learned to fear. And the frightened animal that still scans the shadows, still braces at a sound in the dark, still feels eyes on it when nothing is there. The deer looks at you and sees a monster. And some ancient part of you, in the quiet and the dark, is still terrified it's about to meet one too. You are the most feared animal that has ever lived. And you're still afraid of the dark.